Alright, so this is where we have Scorpion, Red Hulk, and Kingpin bands. Alright, so Boss Island, Thing Boss, you've got Tigra, Wiccan, Valkyrie, Diablo. Nova, you've got Chavez, Diablo. Juggernaut, you've got Human Torch, Overseer, Hulkling, well, you've got Chavez, maybe Dragon Man. Fury, you could go with Gallon. You can also just go Omega Red or Apocalypse. Maw, S99, Human Torch, Spam, Anti-Venom, Falcon, Crossbones, and then Gore, Diablo. Dragon Man should work too, so should... trying to think of another Mystic. Chavez might still work with the burst damage on special too. It would just take a while. 1 through 3 on the way out, Kingpin, Apocalypse or Omega Red. Path 1, Arcus, Diablo or Chavez. And then Sauron, Omega Sentinel or Nimrod. Path 2, Icarus, Diablo or Chavez. And then Domino, Mr. Negative or Nebula. Path 3, Nimrod, Nebula or Claire. And then for Surfer, Doom can use Hulkling as well. Four through 6 on the way out, Penny, you've got Gallon and Hulkling. Quicksilver on the way in, you've got Fury. Could probably use Mr. Fantastic or She-Hulk as well. Path 4, Havoc, G99 and Warlock. And then for Terrax, Diablo or Chavez, but you can also use Absorbing Man. Path 5, Kitty, you've got Omega Sentinel and Nimrod. And then for Spidey Supreme, you've got Human Torch or Titania. Path 6, Apocalypse, Cap Sam or Nimrod. And then Chavez, you've got Human Torch, can even use Apocalypse there for the Disorient immunity. 7 through 9 on the way out, Rintra, Human Torch, S99. On the way in, Longshot, you've got Thing. Can probably get away with Omega Sentinel, Omega Red as well. Path 7, Korg, Omega Red or Apocalypse, Infamous Doom, Hulkling or Gallon. Path 8, S99, the whole thing, or you can use Gallon and then Diablo or Chavez for Venom. And then Path 9, Omega Red or still Apocalypse for Mole Man. And then for Spot, you've got Blade, you've got Jabari Panther. One through 3 on the way in, Void, you've got Gallon or Overseer. Doom, you've got S99, I'm sure Quicksilver works. And then Mojo, S99, you can probably get away with Apocalypse too, or Human Torch. 1 through 3, on the way out, Magneto, you've got Omega Sentinel or Nimrod. Path 1, Mr. Negative, you've got that Jabari Panther if you wanted to. You can use Blade. You can use Fury. Path 2, Killmonger, Omega Red and Apocalypse. And then Path 3, Odin, you can go with Hulkling or Gallon. 4 through 6 on the way out, Cersei, you've got Domino, or you've got Diablo and Chavez. Path 4, whole thing can probably be done with Shang-Chi, or you can go with a Poison Immune against Scorpion and Nimrod or Omega Sentinel for Magneto, House of X. Path 5, Immortal Abomination, any Poison Immune really, so Nimrod, Warlock, and then Suri, you can use Herc, you can use Proxima Midnight, can probably get away with Quicksilver as well. And then Path 6, Atuma, you've got Omega Red and Havoc. 7 through 9 on the way out, Man-Thing, you've got Overseer, Diablo, probably works well as well. Path 7, Valkyrie, Omega Red or Apocalypse, and then Annihilus, you've got Absorbing Man or Chavez. And then Path 8, Gallon, Chavez, or Dragon Man. And then path 9, Sasquatch, you've got Human Torch, S99 into block. And then you can use S99 for Absorbing Man or Human Torch as well. So that does it for defense. Let's take a look at attack. All right, so our final war is a rematch against Pcyb. Today is a fun one. I'm taking in Nimrod, Titania, and Iceman. I don't think I've used any of these champs this season, especially Iceman, who's newly ranked 4. I've got Path 4 in Section 1 and Path 5 in Section 2, and then I have a mini-boss on Boss Island. So Scorpier we're going to take with Iceman, Poison Immune, and a counter to Evade. We have nothing to deal with debuffs, so Scorpion can actually gain quite a bit of attack. I think it adds up in total 150 and then 250, so 390. So we definitely can't get hit, so that's where hopefully the evade prevention with Cold Snap comes in. Mine is max sig, however, just Awaken, you get the full duration. It's just damage per sig stone. So game plan here was just to spam special ones, play it safe. If the Cold Snap does drop, which it does quite often, it does not seem the duration is long enough. However, we're already at 50% health down and at 30 seconds in, just about. But the plan here was to pay attention to Cold Snap, bait out special attacks when Scorpion wants to throw them. So I'm not actually baiting out special ones, he's just throwing them. And then once Cold Snap in there, I took a risk. Yay for indestructible or invulnerability boost. But once it's down, parry and then throw the special one. If we're not quite at special one, then it's going to be parry a single hit and back off, and then let some blocked hits push us. But so far, so good. Felt pretty safe. We've got the built-in invulnerability with the ice armor if we do happen to take another hit. So yeah, this is pretty much the fight. Could end a little bit faster. Iceman doesn't hit that hard. I'm really just here for the utility. There, the Cold Snap fell. Parry into special one coming up right there, but he goes down. Anyways, so Iceman showing up. Next fight, Magneto, House of X, we're going to take with Nimrod. Since he can't have his ability accuracy modified against mutants, it means that the insult to injury here does not matter. So the only thing we have to worry about here is the buildup of Flourish. If we see too many of those buffs on Magneto, House of X, we're just going to get him to turtle and then hit into his block to remove him. And, I mean, he's passive enough throughout this fight to make that pretty easy. So we're already at 10 charges, not quite at Special 2. So now we need to get to Special 2. We can remove some of that prowess in case we take a hit, like there. Yay, invulnerability again. And now we're rolling up on Special 2, and we throw the finisher. So down goes Magneto. Really easy fight for Nimrod. While that invulnerability boost is running, we jump straight to Path 5, take this kitty Pryde here. Same kind of concept. However, I'm going to try to make sure to switch into Blitz as often as possible instead of Titan, so that if she does build up any prowess from me parry stunning her or a crit, then I can remove it without any concerns with her special attacks. So here I was hoping to get to max charges, build to a Special 2, and then land a cheeky intercept. But what you will see is once we get to Special 2 and the 10 charges, her AI decides to be a bit stubborn. So here I'm trying to work it in. I believe I get parried pretty soon. Right there. So I said, oh well, forget that. Invulnerability's gone. We don't have that safety net. Let's just launch the Special 2 with Ebb and Flow Intercept up. The passive shocks will kill her anyways. It's just going to take another Special 2. So here, probably should have just been more aggressive at building my Special 2 and then letting it rip. But as Eradicate is falling off and as I build the Special 2, it ends. So it's fine. I end up just having to build up charges again. Just trying to get this. She did have a special attack. That little power drain pulled it down. It's right there that I recognize that it's not there. Now we're at 10 charges. Last Special 2. This is enough to nuke her down. So easy fight for Nimrod as well. That's the end of his war. Titania's only fight was this Spidey Supreme here on Path 5. It's going to be pretty easy. We're going to utilize the Haymaker for easy intercepts as a counter punch, just so that we can remove the protection. I'm not risking the special 3 and then spam heavy in the corner. I don't want to get parried and then nuked by something. So we just end up going special 2 and then eventually special 1 if Spidey Supreme survives. So there's the counter punch. Now I'm just kind of obliterating him with punching him in the face. Titania doesn't need the debuffs to stick. She just needs them to place. It's another reason I'm not going for the special 3, even though I could get him cornered and keep those debuffs running without him triggering Mighty Charge. Anyways, here we're going to bait this out before we use this next Haymaker. To get the easy intercept, we actually naturally intercept, so I go right into special 2, take off a big chunk of health. He throws special 1 immediately. We intercept off the wall there, but Ebb and Flow had not come back. Now the protection's back up, and here is pretty much where I decide to finish it, whether it be with the special 1 or not. So don't want to really push him to special 2, don't want to deal with that burst damage. We've got this fight in the bag, so I just want to finish it. And there's the intercept, and down he goes. So Titania's only fight, showing up, putting it away. And then the last fight of my war is with Iceman. We're taking this Spider-Ham on Hazard Shift. He is immune to both of these debuffs, so we don't have to worry about Hazard Shift. We just have a stun immune Spider-Ham, and we need to make sure we are constantly throwing special 1s. Not for the Cold Snap specifically. It just keeps his nonsense low, and then we won't have an evading Spider-Ham whether we have Cold Snap up or not. But yeah, that was pretty much the game plan. Get special 1 there. I kind of forget, so I decide to launch it into his block so that we can get rid of it. So we're playing safe here after that. I really focused on baiting special 1s. It's a couple times he wasn't willing to throw it right away, but I think at about halfway through the fight, through his health bar, we finally start to get in a rhythm where Spider-Ham wants to throw them, and we've actually got Frostbite charges on him that we can detonate with the heavy. So I think from here on, you're going to start seeing special 1s from both champions, and then me finally heavy retaliating Spider-Ham because he's got some Frostbite charges on him, and I want to get that bonus damage for ending them earlier. But yeah, this is pretty much the fight. Super safe. I think even if I were to block a special 2 with Taunt Up, I'd probably survive it as well. But yeah, this is just the utility of Iceman. So with the Scorp fight, Cold Snap didn't last that long, or as long as we would have liked. And then here, probably a bit more damage from Iceman. He's got so much utility, so it makes sense why his damage is somewhat low, but he could use some love somewhere in the damage department here. It would definitely help this fight if I could go to special 2. However, that puts me at risk of having a evading Spider-Ham because of nonsense charges, and then never having a Cold Snap placed. So special 1 all day, special 1 heavy retaliate all day. That's pretty much the name of this fight. So haven't lost any health here. That taunt has been healing us. There are those heavy retaliates. And yeah, it's just a hard counter. Not the fastest, but as you can see, really safe, really fluid. Rolling up last 10% here. Almost got him down. We're at about halfway on the timer. Pretty sure it uses about the last of that time, yeah. And down goes Spider-Ham. So that was the end of my war and the end of my season. So our battle group actually tied their battle group 1-1, so good war for both BGs. And we actually ended up winning this one 6-2. So we clutch it out. End of the season, pulled off sub-3 death wars so that we can not only maintain Masters, but finish in the top 10. So pretty awesome war, pretty awesome finish. Hope you guys enjoyed this season and the videos. Hit subscribe, give it a like, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with the rewards video.